That's dope. That's dope.
But that's dope. People always ask me, what does that say? It says, that's dope, because this is dope. What's up, everybody? I'm Scott Melkor, also known as the Wolf of All Streets. It is 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard or Eastern Daily Time, depending on your vernacular, here in sunny Florida on Monday, September 27th, and kind of a boring day in the market, unexpectedly. I thought we might see some action, and things have been largely sideways or slowly drifting down. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button, tap it, touch it, smash. Just find something else to smash that's not the like button. Just go smash something. Go smash something. I don't know. That's bad advice. I can't tell you to do that because then you'll break something and then I'll get a lawsuit and the lawyers and smashing people. Don't smash things. Just gently, calmly approach the like button. But don't do it like in a shady way, like where the like button might get scared and call the cops. Approach from the front. Approach the like button from the front. So before we get started, people, Kava. You know I'm a huge fan of Kava, and they are the amazing sponsor of these Monday live streams. They had some huge news last week. Unfortunately, it happened after we did the Monday live stream, so I did tweet about it, but you guys may not have seen that. But they launched their $185 million phase one ecosystem fund. Talk about committing some funds to building in the DeFi space. Holy moly. So basically, you know, projects that get accepted into this fund will get the benefit of the Kava ecosystem, all of their security. But the goal here, as always, and you know that this is a goal that aligns with everything I talk about and everything I do. They know, obviously, that everyone who's in DeFi understands DeFi, but that's very hard for the mainstream to understand. And they're building the bridges to make this much more usable, cleaner UX, cleaner UI, higher security for mainstream adoption. That's what they're building to. I will share, maybe I can share down the description later, that Medium, but you can find out everything about Kava by clicking on the link down below in the description. Please do that. Show them that you care. Show them that you support. Check out Kava and their new $185 million. The amount of money in this space is, every day it's like $700 million to this, $150 million to that, $12 billion for this. Either like inflation is so big that $1 million is just nothing anymore, or everybody wants to put all their money into crypto. I believe it's the latter. I believe everybody in the whole world wants all their money in crypto, but maybe I'm a little bit biased. Maybe I'm biased. So what are we going to do today? I don't know. Do you know? I have no idea. No, what we're going to do today, I'm going to take a look at the top 15 coins by market cap on Bitcoin and USD pairs and see if we can find anything, see what's going on with this market. Because, like I said, kind of in a funny spot here. I think. Ramon says that we should dap the like button. You can dab the like button. You put the button over here, and then you hit it with your elbow. Dab the like button. Yeah, so like Victoria said, what we're going to do today, we're going to chart and chat. We're going to chart and chat, guys. And I think that's good. Yusuf asked if the bull run is over or what. I'm thinking if I had to choose, I would say or what. I think or what. I don't think the bull run's over, but it all depends on your time frame. Do you think Bitcoin will trade higher 3 years from now than now? Yes. Then the bull market's not over. We're going to go up. Nick says to give it a loving tap. Just a tiny little tap, tappy. Go to your home. Just give it a little tap it in. Tap it in. Give it a little tap, tappy. Name that movie. Tap it in. Just going to tap it in. Go to your home. You too good for your home. Come on, guys. I don't even see an answer here. Maybe there's a delay, but I can't imagine. Okay, thank you. We got some happy Gilbert here. Tap, no taparoo. No taparoo. Victoria Vaughn. Billy Madison. So hot. Okay, this is going to mess you up. I know. I got to dig into crypto. I know this, but this is going to mess you up. The girl in Happy Gilmore is the mom in Modern Family, I think. Is that correct? Yes. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Yes. You guys are getting Billy Madison because I said Veronica Vaughn so hot. I was just going on my Adam Sandler thing, but yes, different movie. Different movie. All right, let's share my screen. Share my screen. All right, CoinMarketCap. We're obviously not going to look at stable coins, although you could chart Tether in China right now because it's trading at a discount. OTC. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, BNB, XRP, Solana, DOT, Doge, Luna, AVAX, Uni, Link. That's what I'm looking at today, just so you guys know. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So I was talking about this morning. It's not the main chart we want to look at. All right, good weekly close, right? Let's not talk about it again. Closed above 42K. Sweet. Shut up. Go away. Daily chart. Look at RSI. It was like over here earlier. And I said, we got to wait for a close, but you can draw the same patterns on indicators that you draw on price and look for a break. If this breaks out of here, it'll come back down, retest, and you'll see price probably break. That's usually what happens. It's a super sweet technique that you should consider using, but right now does not have the breakout, right? This is yesterday. This will be today, wherever this closes. So we want to see that closing above there to give us an indication that price is going to continue upward. I mean, daily chart is just boring. It's boring, right? Boring. I think that we just need, I drew it on a different one. I pulled up some different charts today. There's just nothing to see here. Got to break that. Got to break that, in my opinion, right? We're doing one of these. This is what we're doing right now. A little descending wedgie. You ever get a descending wedgie when you were a kid? I guess it's better than an ascending wedgie. Those are worse. Yeah, and B-bands actually starting to tighten again. This is nice. I thought we were going to get this widening and this major volatility to the downside, but we do want to start trading above that other band. It's 4,322 or so. But let's dig in. I did ETH this morning too. Super boring. Flip the EQ here on the Bitcoin pair. Dollar pair looks exactly the same as Bitcoin, right? Exactly the same. So you want to trade this when it does this and not really before. Although this right here at the top of the range is an interesting entry. This is your best entry above this. But let's dig into the charts that we haven't looked at today. ADA, crazy. They had the Cardano Summit. Hoskinson throwing around cash, making announcements, launching stable coins, and price just going down. Price going down here, ADA Bitcoin, right back at the top of this range. That was the previous all-time high there. So you kind of want to see this hold again. I know we've broken down below it a few times, but, you know, the more it kind of wears down, the more annoying this gets. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. So maybe you could draw a line like this. You know, it's pretty wide. So I don't know. Not much to see here. Not much to see here. Pretty surprising. I thought we'd recovered from the China FUD and that things would really start popping. I mean, an ADA on the USDT pair, same thing. Just needs to break this descending resistance. You know, maybe comes back down to test this area. $2 and then springs. But not much to see. Just not much to see right now. BNB, I mean, hot trash coin right now. What's going on, man? Who's selling all their coins? This is BNB Bitcoin just breaking supports on the way down, retesting as resistance. You see that right there? See, this was the neckline of a double bottom here, right? You have this move down, a double bottom, and then right here at this swing high, which happens to connect here, that's the neckline that confirmed that double bottom, sending price up. That becomes a key support. Look, it was here, resistance. Look at that, how often that was resistance. Well, now that it flipped, this is a classic short, actually. Not now, but you would have shorted this line, right? Taking this down to here. And that's what's happening right now. That's a classic short if you're like aggressively trading. But look, one, and then both these candles opened and closed on that line. Closed and then opened and dipped. So BNB are looking here, but even maybe down here lower at the bottom of the range if this continues down. And the USDT pair is right at support. So if we want to take a shot at it now, but not great that it lost the EQ, right? The target should have been up here when it broke this and flipped it. Losing this EQ again is suboptimal. A lot of weird charts right now, guys. Weird charts. I'm going to come over and take a look at the comments real quick. Well, Binance did kick all of us out. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, I'm not surprised, I guess, in that regard. New government bill included $89 billion for tax enforcement, 87,000 new IRS agents confirmed by Treasury. Do you have a link for that? I would love to see a link on that news. I have not seen it yet at all. What's your analysis on Luna? It's coming soon. Coming soon. DJ Johnny. I was gonna say DJ. He could be DJ Oni. DJ Oni 55 said, "Flick that like button." He flicked it. I hope you didn't hurt your finger when you were flicking it. CJ would like you to know that he shorts descending wedgies, which is better than having descending wedgies in your shorts. He did not say that, but I would say that. Kiyosaki says giant market crash coming in October. Please give your opinion. Kiyosaki's been saying a giant market crash is coming next month for years. I don't disagree that eventually there'll be a market crash, but like that's kind of his thing, right? Invest in hard assets, buy gold, buy Bitcoin, market crash coming, world's going to end next month. The beauty about next month predictions is that there's always a next month, so you can never be wrong. I'm not mocking him at all, but I'm saying he's been saying this for a long time. I don't know that he's like specifically October now, but if it hits October, it'll probably be November. Be like, hey, next month. It's like I always say Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused, you know? Best thing about high school girls, I get older, they stay the same age. Kiyosaki in next month. Kristen would like you to know that he wishes he were her rich dad. If market crashes, everything crashes. Temporarily, symmetry, temporarily. Randall says that's creepy. I don't say it. That's Matthew McConaughey in the movie. But if market crashes, everything crashes. That's true in the very short term. But I pointed this out even on Fox News. He said, Charles Payne said to me on Fox, he said, yeah, Bitcoin's supposed to be a hedge, man. Every time the market goes down, Bitcoin goes down. Where's the hedge? And my response was, you can't judge a hedge in a day. And it's disingenuous to just talk about the down days and not talk about the up days. Because what happened after March 20th? Yes, March, COVID, global pandemic, Bitcoin crashed hard. 10 days ahead of the stock market, by the way. Ahead of the stock market. So not a reaction to the stock market. But people who knew what was coming sold their liquid assets like Bitcoin. But what happened? The stock market's doubled. Big news. Cute. Bitcoin went from 38 on that day at the bottom to 65. 17x. 17x while the stock market did too. So I'll take that extra downside for the momentary crash and correlation for the upside that comes after it. Right? So yes, macro events will affect all markets, but in the short term. Top MCs dead or alive. Oh, obvious. Dylon, and Dylon. Looking for the news. That's one agent per 100 adults in America. I'm not buying that on the IRS, but I would like to see that news. If that is real news, that would be interesting. Because we both know that generally the government is underfunded. So IRS, yeah, whatever. All right. Dylon, and Dylon. Let's dig in. Okay, we already did ADA, lame. BNB, lame. XRP. I mean, this is in support, but yeah, it got rejected up here at that the bottom of this range. There's nothing to see here. I don't know. Nothing on the XRP Bitcoin pair. Let's look at what Bitcoin dominance is doing. I don't love charting dominance. I'm just curious because rising slightly. I'm surprised the Bitcoin pairs look so bad across the board. I mean, dominance is bottomed out. So if this rises, alts are going to get wrecked against Bitcoin. But I'm surprised that this isn't moving more based on what we're seeing on these pairs. But let's look at XRP USD. I mean, I don't even think that's a key level as much as it was anymore. Almost got to oversold. Not quite. Here, look, you can do the same exercise. Watch. Here's RSI. Start looking at, you can even set, watch. You can even do this. You can even set an alarm on your trend lines that are on RSI. See that? So now you don't have to look at this chart ever again. You just wait. This was massive bearish divergence to this between these 2 points, by the way, before this drop. And you say, yeah, everybody, it dropped massively. Everything dropped on September 7th. Well, this had a bear div that showed you it was going to happen, right? But either way, maybe this trickles down to oversold before heading up, but I definitely don't see any reason to touch it right now. Set that alarm and move on with your life. Solana looks good though. Solana doing Solana things, holding that support and now bouncing a little bit off support on the Bitcoin pair. So let's look at the USD pair. I shared this in the newsletter actually this morning, but said you got to wait for the breakout or else you get the fake out. Then you're eating takeout. Right? Because you end up going in, getting faked out, and then price comes down. But if this closes above this blue line, I think Solana's ready to head back up to $216. But right now, it's right at resistance. That's why technically you want to wait for one of these, get that break, get that retest, or at least buy it a little higher when it breaks out. Maybe it comes down, maybe it doesn't. But man, that's that fake out. Have you eaten takeout? Better take some steaks out of the freezer. Dot. I mean, that was the trade that we had. So that hit. But now you're just getting wrecked at resistance. Look, all these Bitcoin pairs are dropping. They look like doo-doo. Let's see what happened in here with support. Okay. I would say that you're still fine above that line. And maybe you take a trade off a bounce of that line if you're looking for an entry, but not much happening here. Same, right? Right into resistance, this major supply zone, and then rejected. This does look a little head and shoulders-y, to be quite honest. Although that's kind of a Quasimodo shoulder as opposed to a point like that. If that's a head and shoulders, you would play it like this. Either way, that's support 1, 2, 3, 4. The head and shoulders, if it confirmed, would be a break of that blue line. There's your depth. So you'd be looking at something like that, back down to around $11 or something. I don't think that's going to happen, to be quite honest with you. I think this will bounce and head back up. Went back over to the comments again. Yeah, I mean, Dot's going to go off like Solana did. Dot just hadn't got, like, we saw all these layer ones hit new all-time highs and retest to support, and boom, we haven't seen that. So I think that's definitely possible. Will do. It's funny because my first ever crypto purchase was Litecoin on a Litecoin hat. You had Litecoin on a Litecoin hat and you bought Litecoin with your hat. I don't understand how you bought Litecoin with a hat, but that's sweet. If you stake it, you will make it until you let the market makers take it. The whales, I should say. Let's keep going through these cheese arts. Doge, man, telling you, 15 cents. I don't know, like this is a good whatever, but like we had it here when it hit. I had it marked. Why not? Why not one more? I don't know if it'll get down there, but that's where I would be looking to buy it. This looks like a weakening demand area that looks ready to gap down through here. But if Bitcoin goes up, this will go up with it. We won't see those prices. But like these are just lame charts, guys. And this is what happens. Listen, we had that, we've had these drops the last week and stuff, and the last couple of weeks. Charts haven't reset. There's not really much clear patterns forming. Let's take a look at Luna, see if this is a thing. Oh, that's a thing for sure. Luna is just beasting off the Riesling with a bee sting. Bee sting from my bee sting. Drinking Riesling. I mean, that's channel. What does it mean? I don't know. What does it mean? Straight up if you do it like that. Look at that. Look at that channel. Sorry, my ADD is kicking today. I mean, this looks great. Broke the all-time high. Yeah, it came back down. I bet it looks amazing on the USDT pair. And we had this. This was a trade we had. This was a flag, bull flag right here, breakout target. But even with all this movement, it's kind of risky now below the highs. 38, you kind of want to like, you see these climb the stairs. You kind of want to do this because otherwise you're buying right into this resistance. So I would say proceed with caution, even on Luna, which looks great. The Bitcoin pair, as long as you don't lose this channel, this should just climbing the stairway to heaven. That was bad singing. That was bad. It's a lot of please. I just did it. We just did it. We just did it. We just did that, guys. That was just did. Which coins to buy and look out for today if someone missed? Cookie, there ain't much right now, to be honest. We're trying to find them. We're trying to find them right now. You're watching, but not smatching. It's lame. It's lame. Lame. Dave's here, guys. Dave made it. In case you're wondering, Dave, who has the best facial hair in crypto, he's here. He's here. Yeah, they're boring right now. I thought that we'd see some things. Luna looks pretty good, though. I mean, Luna is at least moving. I bet AVAX looks good because AVAX always looks good. Let's see. Haven't looked at these today. Pretty good. Climbing the stairs, but I guarantee that's got a bear div. Let's see. Shouldn't have said guarantee, but yeah, that's the massive one. I forgot about that. But this is making little bear divs on the way up, and then no hidden bull divs yet. I think this will drop. Bitcoin pair. No guarantees, but that's lower highs on RSI while it's making higher highs on price. Never what you want to see. I don't think it'll be a major drop. I think you buy the dip if it does, but that looks pretty toppy here. Yeah, you have to zoom out pretty far to not make that look like a very aggressive sort of ascending wedge. I have AVAX, by the way. I would never sell it because of this, just so you know. But, that's something like this. Pretty steep. You're likely to get a breakdown and come back down to this area, I would say. USDT is going to be the same thing, man. But look at all that volume. Holy gorsh. It's real volume. Oh, well, this one avoided it. Yeah, slight bearish divergence there. But you've already got the drop to support. That could be over. That might be okay. When you look at the Bitcoin pair and it looks kind of bad, but the USDT pair looks kind of good, what does that mean? Let's talk about this. It means you can maybe back out using that information and say Bitcoin goes up. What happens when Bitcoin goes up fast? Altcoin USDT pairs go up, but not nearly as much as Bitcoin, and altcoin Bitcoin pairs go down, right? So your altcoin is getting wrecked against Bitcoin, but going up less. That's why we talk about stacking sats, and that's why a lot of people have always, like myself, traded altcoins to make more Bitcoin. Like I can just sit in Bitcoin when it's going up and make more money than sitting in an altcoin against the USDT pair, which is losing Bitcoin value. So what this would indicate, if it was the case, I'm not saying this, is that the USDT pair might go up if Bitcoin goes up and the Bitcoin pair could go down at the same time, right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because that's always something to watch and the reason that we look at them. Yes, right. You just go into Bitcoin. Don't lose your Bitcoin. Midas Axie, ADA, please. I already did it. Sir Midas. I'm curious. When you touch things, do they turn to gold? Do they turn to gold? Daniel, I did Koti on my morning stream today. You can check that out. Guys, I'm not seeing much here on these charts. It was the same last Monday. Mondays. Case of the Monday. Okay. Well, this went a little deeper, but it did the thing. These were the setups we shared last Monday. It went deeper. Then the thing, it faked out, but it went right to the target. Okay. And now we're back. Got rejected at the EQ, probably coming back down to here. I mean, these are ugly candles on the Bitcoin pairs. That is a hideous candle, especially after a candle this nice. But this is a lot of volume here at the bottom of this range. This should eventually go back up, but this is a bad candle. Only if tomorrow's is bad. But if you get another chance to buy this, if you're trading the Bitcoin pair down here, I would probably take a look if that's your thing. And there you go, rejected right there. But we probably have a little bull flag now. Let's look. Not really a bull flag. Let's call it a descending channel, because to be a bull flag, it would have had to be. Can't really have a bull flag that starts over here. This would have been your bull flag, right? It would have been like something like this. So now we might just have this sort of descending channel. It was actually probably better before that wick. Yeah, had one and got rejected. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. These are ugly candles. Don't like it. What a disappointer. What a disappointer. And I'm not going to be the dude who tells you to buy a bunch of stuff just so you show up to my live stream. It all looks kind of crappy right now. Link had a head and shoulders. It's now got like 3 shoulders on one side. You can have that, by the way. Complex head and shoulders, you know, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. Usually it's 2 though when you get a complex head and shoulders. This looks crappy. Below the 200 MA and 50 MA here on the daily, getting rejected from the 50. Like, I don't know if it'll come, but I would buy Link down here if you can get it on the Bitcoin pair. That's around 0.00046. We're at 0.00054 right now. That's how I'd approach that. And then it just looks bad, right? Although, here, let's zoom in on this. I'm going to back this out. Okay, first of all, we're going to get rid of these ranges on the 4-hour. Let's get rid of these. Okay, we got all kinds of lines going on here. Whatever. Maybe. Let's see. I haven't used the drawing a triangle thing in a long time, but yeah, let's use the normal tools. Whatever. Let's use this tool. Okay, so first of all, when you do an ascending triangle, we talk about them all the time. Sometimes, yes, you can draw this line. It's really like this. All that matters is you keep making higher lows. So like you could cut it through here. It doesn't really matter. As long as they're making higher lows, right? It doesn't give you an exact support. We have a very, 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 very clear top right here. So regardless of how you draw this, this is actually an ascending triangle, right? Something like, I mean, technically you do it like that because of the 2 things, right? Well, it just kind of looks wild when you put it that far out there. But yeah, so you should be either, the way to play this is either another touch on support, or you want to really, the safest way is this break here. And then since it's an ascending triangle, this is your target is based on this depth right here. Just pull that up. And that gives you a target about 30 bucks. 20% move from here. But from the breakout, it would be, yeah, about 20% target from the breakout. And that lines up kind of with all this price action over here. So actually, Link doesn't look that bad here on the dollar pair. And maybe you can buy it down here. You know, you do it like this. Yeah, and you buy it down here. Right now, though, it's a no man's land. And to be very clear, a pattern like this is just an idea. It's not a thing yet. But you do technically have down, up, confirms the structure of the pattern. But you can't play it when you're hanging right in the middle. These charts stink. Let's hang out. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk, guys. Ask questions. Scott, I have a question. Does technical analysis work on all markets? I would actually make the argument that it doesn't really work in any market. But we do it anyways. Why? Technical analysis cannot tell us the future at all. So it works in as much as it's a visualization of human emotion. And your goal when looking at a chart is to figure out where other humans are likely going to make bad decisions, right? So a chart, to me, is a risk management tool. It gives you a justification for taking a trade. So whether you draw a line different than anyone else and your line is great and their line is stupid, whatever, it doesn't matter. Your line for you gives you a justification on where to place a stop loss and then how to back calculate your position size from that line. That's all it's for. So yes, it works equally well on every market in that it's an art form and not a science that works for you. And that's really how it is. That's really how it is. Do you do these every weekday, Scott? I think I found my new lunch break fave. I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday at this time, and I do every single day at 9:30 in the morning. Reading here. Please talk about manna. Well, if you are a fan of Exodus, it's the second book of the Old Testament. When Moses is walking through the desert, the Red Sea splits. the Hebrews go through, Pharaoh's armies die, and then manna rains from heaven and feeds the people. But also Decentraland is cool, and Snoop is having a party there. I had a great weekend. We went tailgated at the Florida-Tennessee game. It was fun. Hey, Scott, what's up? Future Unchanged is here. That's good. Moaf42 would like to know if I sleep. The answer is yes. I don't know if that's a comment on how often I'm doing work or the bags under my eyes. It's usually the bag under my eyes, but I've had those since I was a little baby person. Charts smell bad. They smell terrible. What about FTM? FTM actually looked good. I'm going to take a look at that really quick. I know you guys can't see my screen. I make that mistake all the time, but I will look. I'm not just generally taking requests, but I was looking at this morning because it looked like Solana. And I had posted this in the newsletter last week saying you buy it here, 95 cents. It was over here. So it did get there, but this is your other entry as a confirmed breakout of this blue line. So FTM looks very good here. If it closes above the blue line, you got faked out here, right? So then it should be headed to $1.94 if we see that close above that line, right? Okay, cool. I can't wait for September to be over. You got till Friday, dude. Do you remember the markets they stuck in September? What's the mining company you use to mine? It's down in the description. It's called Compass Mining. Yeah. Your picture froze, but it's back now. Did I look like this? Or like this? Did I look like a YouTube flyer? I don't let my people do the open mouth thing. What state do you live in, bro? I live in Florida. And if you want to get into mining, you go to Compass Mining. It's down in the description. You choose your miner. They set it up for you in their facility. You just pay the electric fees and you don't ever think about it. I have a joke. What does a failed trader do for a living now? Working at McDonald's. But he spelled it like MacD for those of you who didn't catch that. Can I create a disclaimer or something during the intro? To say what? Don't listen to me? Not financial advice? I don't know. Please note, Scott does sleep and he knows about his eye bags. If you ask about them, you will be made fun of. No, not today. Today, I'm feeling pretty good about my face. Kind of going through here. Dip at 3740K before fireworks. Certainly possible, but didn't we just do that? That's the thing is everyone's like, bro, I'll totally buy 30K like at the bottom of the range. And you're like, it was 30K last week. I'm not talking about you, Hussein. I'm sure you're wonderful, but like, you're not buying shit, people. I'm going to buy the dip to 39. We were just at 39 like 3 days ago. It's like 3 days ago. Love listening to ball notes while I trade. That's cool. That is cool. I love that. Love that. How do you see the market fluctuating when China is going to start selling Bitcoin? First of all, what do you mean start? Like the mining ban was the big deal. First of all, people are still allowed to own crypto and they haven't really had a place to sell it. And it's only getting harder to sell it. So I don't think that there's going to be a massive sell-off, but the massive sell-off was the Bitcoin miners who got their multi-tens of million-dollar operations shut down and then had to fund it by selling Bitcoin. That's where you worry about selling. The miners are the huge percentage of Bitcoin holders in China, and they're out of business. We're working on getting Snoop on the pod. We're trying. I'm trying. Alex Mashinsky seems to think we're out of the woods. I think we're out of the woods, even if we go a little lower, Big deal. I agree with that. I really want to learn how to trade. Where can I start? Thank you for all you do. I watch everything you put out. Thank you, Brian. That's very kind. Listen, I started on my own full YOLO, but I will tell you, it should be in the description of the video, Texas West Capital. He was my mentor. So I can only tell you that it's who taught me, or at least who improved my trading dramatically. It's right down in the description, Texas West Capital. He can teach you. That's right. It's illegal to transact with crypto, not illegal to own, but it always was basically it's nothing really changed that dramatically. They're just reiterating that they're dickheads. Looking to see, do you agree? You guys are moving so fast. Do you agree with Rand 40K is the new 10K? I agree with that sentiment. Mike McGlone said the same thing from Bloomberg. Listen, you can break below it, but you always end up seeming to come back. What does your portfolio look like? Have you ever seen an Excel spreadsheet? You know how there's like lines both ways and there's like numbers, and that's what my portfolio looks like. Yeah. That's what it looks like. AVAX, Avalanche Rush. Are we just saying things? I don't know. We looked at AVAX already, but a lot of question marks. Yeah, they're just reiterating that they're dickheads. China likes to put out an announcement every once in a while being like, in case you thought we were nice, we are still horde government. Stop. Okay, cool. I just wanted to stop. Are you still deep in EUM? Yeah. I invested in the company. Like not the coin. I invested in the company and bought a masternode quite a while ago. Like I'm trying to think now how long ago that was. I did an investment with GDA Capital, but yeah, I haven't sold it. I have a masternode. It's running, earning yield. Yeah, it's awesome. 100,000 coins of UM for that, and then an investment in the company. What do you think about 1inch? I don't know. Ask your girlfriend. Just kidding, Haroon. Just kidding. I can't help myself. The sad thing is that like even if you like the coin 1inch, if it doubles in price, it only becomes 2 inches, and it's still not enough. You have to basically double up 2 times to be like even serviceable, and 3 times to be like fully sufficient. I didn't mean that personally. I just make 1inch jokes here if you guys haven't been here before. Do you think the transition to ETH 2.0 will go smoothly? I don't know. I really don't know because seems like going from proof of work to proof of stake is a really big deal. It's taking years, much like the global market collapse that's coming next month. Ethereum 2.0 always seems to be 6 months away, right? Right. Kyle says it's 5.5 to be average. I guess it probably depends how, like measuring from the side, bottom, top. I don't know. Yeah. Is there a reason why seller network is falling? I don't know. I haven't looked at the chart, but kind of everything's falling a little bit at the moment. It seems like, right? Algo good for a long term. Yeah, I think, listen, I like, I've said this publicly many times. I think you should just generally be, if you can, be invested at least small amount in each of the layer ones, because they're all going to find their niche and do well. Harmony, Algo, AVAX, Solana, DOT, Ethereum, Bitcoin's even a layer one, technically. Kin to win. I don't know. I've got some kin. Got a lot. Easy E would like you to know that he's proud of his 2-incher. Are you like the real Easy E, bro? NWA, back from the dead? I'm just looking at your questions here, guys. I have jokes every day, Adriano. Every single day. He is not a fortune teller. Stop asking the price tops. What the hell? That's right. Can't tell you where price is going to go. I can only tell you what I see on the chart, which we all know is a guess. But listen, markets do the same thing. They go up and to the right. By the way, I just got that right for the first time. I went up and to the left because and you guys saw it up and to the right, which I'm usually really bad at, doing the opposite thing. They'll all go up if you wait long enough, right? Looking at your questions here. Sorry. Chilling with Tupac. Tupac. Both of those are correct. Like, listen, all the questions. I don't want to talk to you guys. Let's talk. Let's get deep. Therapist is in session. All your questions. What will the price be? When will the price be? Blah, blah, blah. You know what all of those indicate? Extreme impatience and the expectation that you're going to get rich fast. And if you just have patience and understand that if you zoom out and take time, you're going to make money, you can just get rid of that whole attitude. Are you high right now? No judgment? No, man. I'm a dad. It's like 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My kids are over there. No, I'm not high. Yes, you got to play the long game. You got to play the long game. It only goes up. It only goes up. Do you think XRP has long-term value? I mean, I don't care about XRP, but sure, why not? Team Florida next year with your brother, crypto earnings doing. Does that mean you're going to move to Florida? You should do that. I mean, maybe not. It's kind of a wreck down here, to be quite honest. Getting rich slow is the name of the game. That's right. That's right. I always joke about this, but like the richest people in the world were never like, let me check the chart of that investment I made. They don't even know what a chart is. They just invest their money into hard assets and wait a really long time. I don't have a take on Woo. I'm sorry. A lot of you asked. Are we in a bear market? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Do you think the bull run will end this year? Again, question of time frame. Question of time frame. Until when? If the bull run stopped and we were like down for 6 months, then it went back up, does that mean the bull run ended? Not if you're looking at a yearly chart, you know? Like, did the bull run end for stocks during COVID, or was that just a healthy little correction? I say healthy little correction. Are you selling most altcoins just before the bear? No, I'm not, because just before the bear would imply I have any idea when the bear is coming. I don't know what's going to happen, and neither do you. And you know what happens when you sell just before the bear? The bear doesn't come and price keeps going up. Okay, I'll give you an example. This is what's going to happen. Well, a lot of my friends actually. But when like the stock market crashed and 2008 came and then it raged to like 2012, I had a lot of friends on Wall Street who were like, this has to be the market top. It's over. Like, there's no way it's bounced double in this amount of time. It's going to go back down. Took their money out of the stock market and waited and bought back in 40% higher. Right? If you sell your altcoins just before the bear market that some influencer told you is coming, and has no idea because crystal balls don't work. I've tried. I even tried to get implants. Messes up everything. Crystal balls don't work. We don't have them. But when you say, I'm going to sell just before the bear, what happens is you sell. The market goes up another 50%. And then you go, shit, I shouldn't have sold. And then you sell. And then you buy back in. So now you have half the stuff that you had. And then the bear market hits. And then you have fun staying poor. Which is such a misnomer because nobody has fun staying poor. Why are the bulls and bears from Chicago? See, CJ is getting to CJ had asked the hard-hitting questions. You should be a reporter. Chicago Bears, Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls, Chicago Bears. I don't know, man. It's a financial city. CME is there too. And the CME futures launch in December 2017 was the same day as the Bitcoin top. Bulls, Bears, Chicago. Think about it. Think about it. When do you think the current bull run will peak? November, December, January, February, and how do you trade in those times? Once again, I have no idea. I don't know. And I know it's really good for engagement if I told you that I did know. I can sit here and tell you that it's gonna all end in October. I have no idea. Nobody knows. Stop asking people. I'm not talking about you, but like nobody knows. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. So how do I trade in those times? I don't. I'll trade whatever the chart says, but as an investor, I hold through it. Give me a bear market. Give it to me. Give me those buying opportunities because I'm going to still be here, assuming I'm alive in 20, 30 years. I do not know when the bull run will peak. Nobody knows when the bull run will peak. And that's why you don't make decisions right now based on when you think something that might happen could possibly happen that probably won't happen. But some alts do go to zero and stay there. That's why, yeah, I mean, you can't just buy like coin number 57,000. Like, I mean, so I literally got an email the other day. I get, by the way, like 100 emails a week, probably asking me to like market something or whatever. We don't even respond. Like by principle, they go to my assistant. But one of them the other day was from something called like Pussy Finance. And they were like, it's cute because like there's dog coins and now we got pussy coins. And I'm just saying pussycat here. I'm not saying bad words. But and then like he was like, I'm gonna look it up on Uniswap and it's like swap your ETH for pussy. You don't, I don't know anything about pussycoinfinance.org.gov, but like, no, yes, that can go to zero. But like Solana's not going to zero. Ethereum's not going to zero. AVAX, DOT, eGold, none of these fundamentally good projects are going to zero. Let me see. Someone, best ever trade in crypto, Scott. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's some good ones. I got here at the end of 2016 knowing nothing like most people and just had great, impeccable timing. I was very lucky. My friend was like, I'd been hearing about it for a long time. Buy Bitcoin, and then you got to go to this thing called Bittrex. But you got to send the Bitcoin to Bittrex because there's no dollars on Bittrex, okay? And then you buy the Ethereums, the Ripples, and the Litecoins. And I did that. And Ripple was like a penny or something. Where did it go? $3, $4, whatever. I don't even remember Ripple. But yeah, I rode that entire wave from like pennies. TRX, I bought it under 20 sats. It went to 2,000 sats. Those are pretty epic trades in those days. Pretty epic trades. Scott, how many lives does Dead Cat have? Do we get 9 bounces? If we see 9 bounces going down, I'd be a little bit worried. Opinion on sunny, better than cloudy. What do you know about sand? It's at the beach. Why no one ever says ADA when listing alts? I literally did a live stream this morning with like 4 pieces of news about ADA and the charts, and I just charted ADA. Thoughts on lengthen cycle theory? I think probably better than shortened cycle theory. Do you mean that like the cycles are getting longer, the 4-year cycle? I think it's definitely possible. I mean, you know, I don't really like trade on the cyclical nature of coins, but I think that each year that we advance into the cycle, we have more money, a more solid floor, more institutional investment, more retail adoption. So then things like the halving and stuff become a little less powerful. So I think that could lengthen. I don't mean to be alarmist. Then don't. I don't even know what we're talking about. So, you know, whatever. Soul end of year prediction up. Thoughts about, oh man, I missed them. I'm trying to go through them and then the things keep moving. Smash that like, smash it. I'm trying to read your comments. Haha, Scott going to drop the mic and walk out soon. The mic's attached. That's actually better looking than me. I can't drop it though. If I drop it, I just dropped it, but it was like slow. Favorite interview have probably Sailor. My first interview with Sailor, but there's a lot, man. I really liked my interview with Rand Nooner. Vlad interview coming on your show. Don't believe a thing he says. He already lied under oath. I will keep that in mind. I just asked the questions, bro. Thoughts about SEC regulations happening, and probably going to be very annoying, but we need it. We need it. Regulation is important. Not that I want it as like a fundamentally, I would rather, you know, everybody have freedom and deal with themselves. But most people, I don't know how to say this. Listen, regulation is necessary because most people are really dumb and make terrible decisions and need to be protected from themselves. Regulation theoretically protects us from bad actors, but you're really protecting people from themselves because they're too stupid to understand what's happening. So regulation's inevitable because people make bad decisions and then want to blame other people, right? I bought this coin and it went down. It was a scam. Yeah, no, it wasn't a scam. You just bought it at the wrong time and didn't do any research. That's right. Protect the FOMOers. But yes, we're going to get a whole lot of regulation. And then we'll at least, regardless if it's good or bad, we're going to have clarity and be able to move forward from there. Personal responsibility, people. Listen, there's like, it's sad when people get scammed or they lose money, but like losing money does not inherently mean somebody did something to me. It just means you lost money. Like you can make a bad investment without needing to be protected from your own bad investments. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like you have to have skin in the game. You have to have risk to make wise decisions. Have to. Have to. I'm trying to research, but it's getting so difficult. Can you please tell your research strategy? I want to learn about that. Rest is all patience. I know. Nishant, that's an interesting question. There's a million ways to research. And again, there's endless coins, endless projects. I mean, the safest thing to do is start at the top of the, start with coins. I know it's not as exciting. They don't 100x, but start with larger cap coins that have been around a while. Take the top 20 coins, do a deep dive, decide which ones you like. Those are not going to zero. If you're going to buy a brand new coin that's being listed only on Uniswap and has a million market cap and could be rug pulled, and then you get rug pulled and get pissed, sorry. That sucks, but sorry. I would say just stick to the bigger coins. And then as you get more comfortable, find one here and there that you're really passionate about when you've done a deep dive. Take your time. Sorry, I'm just looking for all your questions here. You should interview Jordan Belfort. I think my team reached out to him and he was like, I'll do it for like 20 grand. And we were like, you paid me 20 grand, Dick. No, he's probably great. He's not Dick, I'm sure. Well, maybe he is. I mean, he defrauded a lot of people. But yeah, he wants money for it. I don't pay people to come on my podcast, bro. Yeah. Don't worry, everybody. The government is here to protect you from your profits. Well, that's the problem, right? So it's skinned as investor protection, but then it's always too much, and it's basically just prevention. Like Gary Gensler's out here making videos talking about college kids should save all their money so they can get an 8% a year yield, knowing there's nowhere you can get an 8% yield in a bank account. And you can literally do that with crypto products. Like, stop protecting me from making money. Do you guys know about accreditation laws in the United States? You have to have a certain net worth or make a certain amount each year to be able to invest in arguably the best investments, which the government deems risky in the United States. You want to put your money into a hedge fund? You want to do private equity? Do you want to do any venture capital? Do you want to invest in your friend's company? You need to have $1 million or be making like $250,000 a year. Otherwise, you're not allowed. Preventing poorer people from the same opportunities that rich people have. It's absurd. How do you think Matic will perform in the coming months? Well, I think they added a new keyboard player to the band, so they'll probably perform as a foursome instead of a threesome. I don't know. Matic, I think, is great. I love Matic. I think they've got a lot going for them. I think they'll do well. Regulation seems to start with stables for Gensler. I'm in them for heavy interest. Should I worry? I don't think you should worry. They're not going to collapse. But unfortunately, I'm also heavily in them for yield. Heavily in them. I'm not moving them. But I do think there's a chance that some of our yield products will get regulated away. But we'll have plenty of time to get out. Like if, BlockFi, for example, has had those few states and they've said, listen, like maybe, this state is not allowing it. Sorry, remove your coins. Remove your coins. So I'm not worried about it. And stable coins are obviously not securities. They're not securities, right? You have to have the expectation of profit for it to be an investment contract, which is part of the Howey test. There's no expectation of profit when you buy a stable coin. And then Gensler and others go, well, but if you park it for yield, you now have a security. That's why they're calling like the BlockFi and Celsius are having problems because the savings account are being deemed potentially securities. That might be true, but that does not make the coin that you're putting into that product a security. That's stupid. That's like saying that the dollar is not a security, but once you put it in a 0.0000001% yielding bank account, the dollar becomes a security. No, the bank account becomes a security. And why is your bank account a security? Because they're lending your money, securitizing it. So stupid. It's so stupid. What about projects like Polkadot that provide staking? I hold my Polkadot on Voyager. I get 12%. It's awesome. But you're going to have to do it probably, decentral. You report the staking. They can't make that illegal. Like they can't make that go away. But what they're going to do is make it probably a major headache for the platforms that we love. Looking through here. How true everything that you're saying, best investment advice I've heard. I am not. This is not financial advice. Read the thing. Thank you, but do your thing. Yeah, then what the fuck is a dollar? Exactly. It's a security, bro. Massive congrats on topping 100. Thank you, guys. The giveaway we're going to do on Friday, we're going to do the live stream. We have this thing that picks random winners, so you can still enter until Friday on that giveaway down below for 100K. Buying the big dips with money from the money printer. That's where we all get our money. Yeah. What's your favorite NBA team? I don't have one. Lakers, historically. I was born in LA. I was a Laker fan. My family's from Brooklyn. We were Dodger fans. Dodgers went to LA. My family moved to LA. We became LA everything fans. But as a kid, I moved to Florida. I became a Gator fan. And then I just play fantasy sports, bro. Scott, I nominate you to run the SEC. We could have competence. I don't think that I'd be competent at that job, but I certainly would just get the hell out of the way. I would get out of the way. But thank you. Dot prediction, up and to the right with time. I think that if you wait a while, it'll go up. Yeah, the Bulls. Bulls should be my favorite NBA team. Yoga Nature would like you to know kangaroo emoji. Any thoughts on Helium Hotspot? So I haven't used it, but I have a close friend who loves it and has been like buying houses to put them on top of the houses. So I would say that I have someone I trust who's very bullish on the Helium Hotspots. Fantasy makes you a fan of every team given highly specific situations. That's correct. And this year, I've been a fantasy juggernaut for decades. I just didn't do my prep this year, and my teams are the hot, stinky, steamiest trash in history, and it's really depressing. I literally lose all of my money in the market and not care that much because I'm mentally prepared for that, but I get so pissed off when my fantasy teams lose. So pissed off because I like winning. High Stakes says hi from London. Hi. Shiba Inu. Cute dog. Scott, will you take profit on the way up or down? I'm always taking profit. It depends on the trade. It's not like a general thing. I mean, people know, like through January, February, March, April, May. I mean, the entire world apparently saw all my wallets. I was taking a lot of profit steadily without concern for charts. Things that were up, I was up 50x, 100x. I just sell them slowly on the way up. That's how I do it. But listen, if the market clearly tops and it looks like we're going into a bear market, I'll take a little more profit probably at the top on the way down. But I'm not selling Bitcoin. I'm not selling Ethereum. Not selling that. Do you have to sell some crypto for your taxes still, or have you already been saving for it? I save for it. So like when I've taken those profits, it goes into USDC, it goes into these platforms, and I save that for the taxes. That's how I did it. Sorry, I'm reading through here, guys. A lot of good conversation. I'm gonna have to go in a minute, guys. May the force be with you always. CJ do work, always in the house. Appreciate it. Elon has not replied. He's being kind of a dick. I even tried to match him on Tinder and he's not replying. It's like, say yes, bro. Also won't send my car. What new projects are interesting in your opinion? I haven't been looking that deeply. I can just tell you, like, I think if you're willing to go down the risk curve, that you should have a bit of exposure to gaming, a bit of exposure to NFTs, a bit of exposure to DeFi, and then obviously the top stuff. So find the ones that you like best there. Do you drink milk? That joke was the theme of my entire life. Oh, the milkman. Milker. Did you milk her? Got milk? Bro, you haven't thought of anything that wasn't already a joke in 84. Scott, I'm 100% Bitcoin. Is it a good time to switch some of this to alts? I don't know, bro. I like Bitcoin. What percentage do you leave for trading and for spot? I believe 70% holds, 15% cash for buying dips. Sometimes you got to reallocate that, and 15% for trading. Milk is for cookies and babies. I can't argue with that. I can't argue for that. You can buy Solana, best platforms for buying Solana projects in America. I would imagine you just get a Solana wallet and go get your swap on. You should mint milk NFT. Have you ever drank mint milk? That sounds terrible. Yes, and Santa, but he's fake, Randall. I did it. Hope none of you are kids. Hope none of you are kids. Guys, I got to get out of here. It's 2:30. We did an hour. We did it. We made it. Please, again, check out Kava. Check it out. They launched that $185 million ecosystem fund. Absolutely massive. Is there a mascot? I mean, I have a mom. Is that what you're asking? I don't know. Guys, you are all amazing. I hope that all of your wildest dreams come true. And I would like you to know that each of you deserve love. I don't know. It's the stupidest exit ever. And I'm going to leave on it. Bye.